So I am off. I'm off to get myself a bagel and a coffee, and I gotta get new nibs for my Surface Pro 4 pen. Fortunately, I think the nibs are only like $10 for a little case of them. So. Montreal is one of the worst places. I don't know if it's one of the worst places in the world, but at least in the country, there's so much corruption. Roads are in a constant state of being repaired. This has been going on, this one repair job here, this has been going on for months now. You figure they'd get it done in 30 days, but it's been going on for months. A lot of times they'll drill all these holes here, they'll do all this damage, and then they'll close it up, and then a month later they'll come back again, and they'll open it up again. It's incredible how much corruption there is. Speaking of which, I'm now entering Westmount, which is the wealthiest part of Montreal. I think average house prices are in the multi-millions. And the thing about Westmount is that it is the only place I've ever gotten tickets. I've gotten 2 tickets in my entire life. One for doing 55 in a school zone. You just turn the corner and bam, it's 55. It's 30 kilometers an hour, excuse me. And I got a ticket last week or 2 weeks ago for a rolling stop through a stop sign on a deserted road, essentially. If you want to get tickets, this is the place to go. We had a police strike for months and months and months. So at one point, the police stopped issuing tickets. So people just went around without the police issuing tickets. And strangely enough, the number of accidents did not go up. The number of fatalities did not go up. And then the city was complaining because they weren't getting the revenue from all the ticketing. And I say to myself, isn't the whole point of the ticketing to keep people from doing reckless things, you know? But for a few months, they were not ticketing, and there was no extra accidents. There's nothing. It was pretty constant in terms of that. So it tells me, you know, as just a basic empiricist, somebody just looks at facts. No ticketing, no accidents. Ticketing doesn't prevent accidents. So why are we ticketing? Now here's a place I was thinking of buying at one point, because it was a cool place. The problem with the place is when I went and visited it, they wanted like, you know, 1.4 million or something, and it's like tiny, smaller than my place. And I said, nah, no view, smaller than my place. Montreal is in a huge housing bubble. Huge housing bubble. And it's driven by foreign speculators, specifically Chinese nationals. And don't get me wrong, I love the Chinese culture. Chinese culture and Chinese medicine saved my life. But anyway, So you got these foreign Chinese kleptocrats coming in, buying up real estate with all kinds of money, and they're driving up the value of housing big time, causing a frenzy. So now houses that used to be, they're up four times what they were just 10 years ago, just based on foreign speculation from people who have, a lot of these Chinese speculators, apparently, according to the Chinese government, apparently they have stolen money. They fill up suitcases filled with money, tens of millions. They come over and they wash the money by buying real estate in Montreal and Vancouver. And so the Chinese government is now making a deal with the Canadian government to be able to extradite these financial criminals, quote, in the words of the Chinese government. And actually somebody got caught just, I think it was last week, I was told, in one of our provinces with like $100 million or something in cash in a suitcase. And he's coming over to buy some real estate. What these guys do is they buy a piece of real estate a lot of times, and then just put it on sale for like $1 million more than they paid just 3 weeks before. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Anybody who knows anything will tell you, when you have an economy based on gambling and speculation, and then you allow dirty money to enter your country and to start buying up all the choice real estate, you kill your communities. You kill them. And it's just not a good thing to do. It's not a healthy thing to do. Anybody knows if you have a household based on gambling, where the main bread earners is gambling all the time, that's going to lead to disaster. So why do economies allow for incomes to be generated based on gambling and speculation on real estate? It's a temporary fix because everybody spends a lot of money on furniture and stuff, but at the end of the day, everybody loses and gets poor, except for the bankers. The bankers make up a lot of money. And the municipalities love it because the value of real estate goes up falsely, so then they can charge more property tax for the exact same place. That's silly. Anyhow, that's just my 2 cents about this whole thing. Speculation, which is a fancy Wall Street term for gambling, is not a healthy thing. Everybody knows it. Why do we allow it on such a large scale? Makes no sense to me. What are you going to do? On my way back home, got my chicken, got a new wallet, and will I make this late? We'll soon find out. You gotta watch it in this area. I'm entering where you see a lot of police. Don't get me wrong, I believe that you need a police force and stuff. But I think sometimes they're unreasonable in certain circumstances. That guy's in a hurry. Yeah, this is where I actually got my my first ticket. Just turning around here, and this becomes a 30 zone. I didn't see the sign, I guess. I was doing 55. Let's see, if there was a cop, that person would get a ticket big time. That's what happened to me last time. this is where I got nailed. 3 points, 130 bucks. Because I didn't stop here at a full stop. Like this guy. This is the wealthiest part of the city. You have some pretty prominent people here, at least in the minds of some. Got Tommy Hilfiger's up here. You got the founder of Cirque du Soleil, has his house up here, another billionaire. And a whole bunch of other people are up here. You'd figure this is a country road, right? This is actually a road in the middle of the city, in the richest part of the city. And look at this road.